on for like 3 fucking minutes.
Hey, YouTube!
Oh yes, hello YouTube. It's Fat and Skinny again, bringing you another episode. This one's going to be a quickie, Erin promised.
Okay, so we're talking about contacts. I wear glasses, people.
I wear contacts.
Okay.
We're both blind.
Yes.
She's blinder.
My thing is when people don't need contacts and they just want to, you know,
accentuate their eyes.
Exactly. My thing is
Rihanna has pretty eyes.
Exactly. But everybody can't wear Rihanna's eyes because everybody ain't got Rihanna's skin tone.
Complexion.
Exactly. So if you are very, very dark.
Why are your eyes blue?
Or gray, or and not even blue. It's like cobalt blue, or just blue. Like you ain't never in your life had a parent that gave birth to you and came out with them eyes. There's no way. Now my thing is, I personally, and I don't know what it is about black folks that we just don't like the color brown and we always want to be purple and blue and green. I love brown eyes. I think brown eyes are sexy and rich and chocolatey. Yes, it is nice, for other cultures they have their green eyes and their blue eyes, but there's nothing wrong with having brown eyes. And you should love who you are. Yes, accentuate those things. I'm not saying nothing. I got, wig on, you know what I'm saying? There is nothing wrong with accentuating your beauty.
This is not going to be a quickie. If you're dark skinned too, why do you go to the weave store and buy the weave that is on sale? So now you have these cobalt blue eyes and this shiny, silky weave in your head, and it just doesn't go. It doesn't look good. I'm sorry. I can't. Your hair is not that texture. I don't have like the greatest texture of hair, and I don't have the worst texture hair. Not that there is a worse. Mm-hmm. But when I go into the store and I'm buying hair, I will not complain about anybody buying a weave. Black people buy weaves, Hispanic people buy weaves, white people buy weaves, whatever. But when you go there, the way to make your weave look good is when those people behind the counter are trying to sell you what's on sale, put it up to your hair and say, it's not kinky enough. Be honest. This is not my hair texture. My hair is not going to flow with this hair. You just look a jackass fool.
I mean, it would be one thing if you got your weave and you ripped it out your head right after your perm started to look jacked up. But most people don't, because weaves cost a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So if you want to keep your weave in and your hair is going to sweat out because just naturally you sweat, it's going to get hot. If you work out, you're going to sweat it out. If your hair starts to, your hair and your hair length starts to show outside of your silky Remy hair, then there's something wrong. And I, for years, did weaves and things like that. My hair texture is actually quite fine. But I always got the coarsest hair texture because I knew if my hair started to sweat, I was going to get that frizzy, kinky texture. And I didn't want people to automatically look at my hair and say, that bitch got a weave. No, because to me, what's the point of getting a weave? The whole point of getting a weave is that people automatically think it's your hair. Now, yes, at the end of the day, if your hair is, if you get a weave that's streamed down your back and, hitting your ass, then people, of course, are going to know. And ain't nothing wrong with that, depending on what the situation is. But if you want people to think it's your hair, why go to all the trouble and then go get some Asian, European Remy silky straight hair? There's nothing wrong with your texture. Personally, I do weaves because it's easier. I don't like getting up in the morning and curling my hair doing all that nonsense. I, don't have a problem doing a wig. This is, a full wig. I ain't got no problem telling people it's
a wig. And I don't have a problem letting people know that it is.
Exactly.
If somebody comes up to me, if I have a weave in my hair, people would always want to look, trying to figure out if it was mine or not. If they ask, is that your hair? Well, it's mine in the sense that I bought it. Did I grow it? No.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think with today's, society, with all the modern conveniences, what is the difference? What's wrong with having a weave? What's wrong with having a wig? It's nothing wrong with all of the things that, to me, I feel that black people have created and other cultures want to now use. There's nothing wrong with a weave, a wig. There's nothing wrong with braids. Whatever way you want to do your hair, but be proud of who you are. And that's, I guess, essentially what we're saying as far as the contacts. There's nothing wrong with accentuating your beauty. If you could pull off blue eyes and it looks natural, then, do your thing. But if you put blue contacts in your eyes and you look like a demon child because that's not your color and that's not your skin tone does not support that, then you should not be wearing it. You should wear something that is going to support your skin tone, support you in such a way where it's going to accentuate your already natural, beautiful self. If you have, issues with yourself, and to me, all this just stems from just self-hate as far as black people is concerned. It's just self-hate. Because you think, for whatever reason, deep and down in your soul, that blue eyes is better than brown eyes. I don't give a shit what nobody say. That's what you think, and that's why you do it. And if that's the way you want to do it, that's fine. But if you dark skinned and you wearing cobalt blue eyes, it ain't gonna work. It doesn't work. And if anything, to me personally, I don't like it because it makes it look like you ain't got no soul. It looks really glassy and weird. I don't like it. People with color contacts, to me, it looks like you have no soul, and it rather scares me. But it looks like something out of a horror film. But if you like it, I love it. Do your thing. But I'm just saying, as far as if you wanted to make it look more natural, you need to go for something that's
a little more appropriate.
Exactly. More your skin tone, and more, you are black. I mean, if you that dark, then clearly you ain't fooling nobody. They ain't like, well, I'm passing for Puerto Rican. Holla. No, you're not passing for Puerto Rican.
This is just making me think of that thing. This is like totally way off subject. But you remember when that news announcer was saying that, the women out there look like the basketball team, that they were nappy-headed hoes. What I found hilarious is that when they went on the Oprah show, they wanted to say how their hair isn't nappy, how they relax their hair and how they comb their hair every day, but they didn't even touch on the fact that you called us a hoe. So it's like, it was crazy to me because you're going to argue with the people about how your hair isn't nappy when your hair is nappy because you are black, and that is the texture of your hair, but you're not even going to touch on the fact that this man just called you a hoe.
I think that, again, it just touches on the fact that we all, as black people, have some form of self-hate. And I think that is something that we need to get over as a people.
Love yourself. I love
you need to, love yourself for whoever you are. If you fat or you skinny, you black or you Puerto Rican, wherever you are, you need to love yourself and treat yourself with some kind of respect. Because if you don't treat yourself with respect, nobody else will. And if you're sitting around talking about my hair, I got Indian in my family and all that bullshit because you don't want to, accept the fact that you got kinky hair. Have self-love. If you're gonna, if you are a black person, ain't nothing.
Otherwise, all you're gonna do is perpetuate self-hate
and perpetuate the stereotypes that are out there for us anyway.
Your children are gonna end up hating themselves, and it's gonna keep going on and on and on. When is it gonna end? It'll be a vicious cycle. Just keep going around. Stop it somewhere. Stop it with you. All right. Get the monkey off your back.
And just love who you are. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We all different shades, colors, shapes, and sizes, and all that nonsense.
And personally, to be completely honest, if we're talking about women here, all the other nationalities think that black women are super sexy. So, if they can love you, you need to love yourself too. All right? So
it don't matter. Don't hate yourself, people. Don't cheat yourself.
Don't hate yourself. That's for everybody. Black, white, Puerto Rican, red, orange. I hate when people say that.
Red, yellow.
Like, there's no green people.
Whatever color you is, love